Welcome back to Inside Kart. You're looking at picturesque Fisherman's Wharf here in Monterey, California. Now it's time for our driver profile, and Larry Henry spoke with Pat Patrick Racing, Scott Pruett.
There is no question that Scott Pruett has paid his dues and then some. A winner in IMSA, Trans Am, and Champ Cars, Pruett is currently 12th on the all-time career start list in the FedEx Championship Series. However, his racing career almost ended in March of 1990. When testing at the South Florida Fairgrounds in West Palm Beach, he suffered a horrendous crash, which shattered his knees, heels, and back.
It was just a horrific accident, and being in a wheelchair for 3 to 4 months and on crutches. But my focus, always remained the same. I wanted to be back in a car and racing. That was my love. That was my dedication. And I treated it like a job. I went to physical therapy 6 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day, and treated it exactly like a job.
1994 was a year away from competitive racing for Pruett, but not from the racetrack. He teamed up with car owner Pat Patrick to spend the season testing for Firestone, as that company prepared for their return to Champ Car racing.
We booked as many tests as possible right after races, so we'd actually be there a number of times for the race, watch the race, see what was going on, and then test Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after the event. And fortunately, you just had to keep that mind focused all the time of running hard, and doing whatever it took to get really good feedback when we were in the design and conception of the tire that we were going to go racing with in '95.
Hours upon hours of testing by himself gave Pruett confidence not only in himself, but in the Firestone tires when he returned to the series full-time in 1995.
Through all those test miles, they were in a position to really be ready to go racing hard when we rolled out in '95, and we saw that. Fourth or first race out at Miami, our first win at Michigan that season, running very, very strong in a number of other events, 2 or 3 second, third, fourth place finishes. So overall, I think that was a huge success and just a huge statement of the commitment and dedication that Firestone had and Patrick Racing had as we move forward into that season.
What did the win of the Michigan 500 mean for you and Pat Patrick, the first one for Firestone, and the way you did it at the end of the race?
Oh, it was huge. People still talk to me about that, and I still, think about it, number of times, and every time it's so sweet. It's one of those that that victory and the way it came down and where it was and 500 miles and Little Al and myself and fighting it out. It was just, the whole thing was just so historic, for myself personally, for Firestone's return, for Pat Patrick's return, and one that we'll never forget.
Pruett, throughout the years, has had a very solid relationship with car owner Pat Patrick since they joined forces in 1994.
Pat has been just a real pleasure to work for, to work with, become very, very good friends. The things that we've done together, the achievements that we've had have been tremendous as well.
But while Pruett and Patrick have done well together, they're parting ways at the end of the season as Scott heads to the Archiero Wells team, where he'll be driving a race car with the so far underpowered Toyota engine. Going from a contender to a team that still has to prove itself has many asking the question, why?
Why not? It's perfect. People would have thought, one, I was crazy doing a Firestone deal, and look at the dividends it's paid off. People would have thought back and gone, you know what, Firestone's never going to do it. It's going to take them 3, 4, 5 years before they get it right, and then, they're going to have problems and this, that, and the other. They come out of the box first year and they go win races. With everything as close as it is, the competition as tight as it is, I want the opportunity to be involved with a program that has the pieces to it that could give you a competitive advantage.
With Bobby Rahaal's retirement, you become the oldest driver in the FedEx
Hey, thanks for mentioning that
Series.
too. Yeah, I appreciate that.
What about that, being the elder statesman?
The elder statement. It's funny because I never would have thought it. Here I am at 38 years old. I'm the oldest driver. But what can I say? I love doing what I'm doing, and here Bobby's 44, 45 years old, and so from where I'm at to his age, I have a lot of good years left in racing. I started this when I was 8 years old, which is 30 years ago, and would have never thought that I could achieve the things I've done, seen the places I've seen, met the people I've met, and really have done something for my whole life that I've truly loved.
The one challenge that Pruett understands, the competitiveness of the FedEx Championship Series, where 1 second in a race can spell the difference between victory or a 5th or 6th place finish.
That's the name of the game, though. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the essence of what it's all about. And when you have a good race and when you do win, or when you finish on the podium, like the race that Adrian and I had at Mid-Ohio, for everybody that was such a high. It's something that was shared by so many people, and one that every race you go into it going, you just got to keep at it. And when you look at those people who are winning, if it's Alex or if it's Jimmy or if it's Dario, they happen to get all the pieces right that weekend. Well, we get it all right weekends as well. So that's what you have to continually try to achieve, is to get all the pieces right. And so it's just, getting in the trenches and fighting hard every weekend and trying to dig yourself out and doing whatever it takes and never say die. I mean, just always, no matter how big that mountain is in front of you, trying to continually get over it and achieve and go beyond.